What up? My name is Brad. Welcome back to Bradical Legends. Today, there's no PvP. So I've already put up 2 videos today. I did a video early this morning, so about 8 hours ago before you're watching this one, that was talking about Zenkai, and it was talking about soul boosting. And then I did a video 4 hours ago that was talking about co-op and talking about guild. And if you're interested in joining the guild, that's in that video as well. I gotta tell you right now, don't expect if you just tweet me over on Twitter at Bradical IT, or you're putting the thing in that I'm just instantly gonna accept. There's 30 spots. I got 23,000 subscribers, almost. I have almost 23,000 subscribers. So it's like I can't, even 1% of that, I can't take into the guild with me. So you got to understand that it's a very selective thing. I'm not picking people based on rank. I'm not picking people based on how good they are in PvP. I'm just kind of picking people when I pick people. If I see your name a lot on my channel, it does make it easier for me to pick you, of course. People pop up on Twitter all the time that I see them liking everything. They comment on a bunch of stuff. I see them over on YouTube talk about this and that. They're just kind of everywhere throughout the community, the Facebook group, whatever. Definitely. But you can't expect instantly you're in the group. It can't happen. I would just have to remove you and put somebody else in the next day. So, either way, that's that previous video, so go check that one out. Today, we're just talking about the new units. So, I'm going to be slightly... I don't think it's controversial, but it might be. So, having a 0-star Tapion has kind of hindered me a little bit in the sense of seeing a true Tapion. But hearing from Goresh, his experience with Tapions kind of gave me a little bit of enlightening. Bardoc's my favorite unit in the new banner. And it's not even close. It's not even close at all. Number one, it's Bardock. I think Bardoc's sick. He used to be my favorite character for the longest time. And then I grew up and I was kind of like, alright, Bardoc's just kind of edgy and everybody kind of likes him. And I was like, alright, he's still in like my top 5, 10, somewhere on there. Not really too worried about it. But he is phenomenal. Like when I used him in PvP last night, I kept using him after I played. So I uploaded the 700% for Tapion 2 days ago. I uploaded the 700% for Bardock yesterday, the 700% for Trunks yesterday, and the 700% for Super Boo yesterday. Go check that out. Go check all those out, the 700% showcases. I know it's not exactly 700%. It's still 598 in PvP. PvE and co-op have 700%, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But taking a look at Bardock, he is by far my favorite. Being a Saiyan, I like the color yellow. It's very, very good because purple is so powerful. And it's the perfect color for what he needs to do. He doesn't even have fantastic stats. They're not even wild. They're not even close to wild. Looking at his blast attack, if you Zenkai that Broly all the way, if you Zenkai that Broly all the way, his strike attack is higher than Bardock. Is 100,000 points higher than Bardock's blast attack by like 7,000. It's 93,000 higher if you Zenkai them. The way you can check that is if you do limit. So if you check limit, you can see their stats at absolute maximum. Wild, ludicrous, actually. Those are very, very good stats. 155, 154, 234, 234. I love the even strike and blast. He gives you a strike and blast. He's on movies. He's Saiyan. It's Bardock. There's just a lot of things. His animations are slightly underwhelming, but it doesn't bug me at all. Like, there is more than enough cool animations in the game that I've seen. I use more than enough teams. And maybe it's just because I'm a YouTuber and I see so many different teams that it doesn't bug me. Behind him is Super Boo. Again, not even a competition with Trunks. He proved himself last night whenever I was making his 700%. Look at his limit stats. I haven't even looked at them. 239 and 234 on an extreme unit. That's 20% buff from their equipment. To 25% even. So you might even get an additional almost 50,000 damage. That's insane. Obviously, you're not going to get 7 stars anytime soon. 6 stars. I guess it's 7 stars now. I hate it. The new star system, I was going to talk about it. I haven't even kept up with what stars translated to what. I don't even care. Like, I know what units have double buffs and I know which ones don't. We're good. That's all I really care about, honestly. But looking at him, he is a fantastic unit. This is the big one. So, if your health ratio is lower than your opponent's, you get 50% of your health back. How is that not insane? How are more people not talking about this unit? Obviously, he's an extreme. He's hard to pull. I get that. I got really lucky, but restoring ki by 70 is already busted. 30% to strike damage, it's already busted. Also applies the following. So if you're at like 10% of your health, no, you actually got 60% more damage, and you're now at 60% of your health. Now, he's kind of a glass cannon with his defenses, but I didn't even notice last night. My regen team is pretty stacked. I use Good Boo, and I use Janemba to buff up nearly 50% on both my defenses. So I don't really stress too much on my regen team. Plus, my Buhan can take a lot of hits, being almost 7-starred. And, yeah. I don't like him more than Kid Buu. I kind of like him more than Kid Buu. I feel like Kid Buu is a very good defensive option, but he's very similar to this in the damage output. They both do crazy damage. They both can heal a bunch. But Kid Buu, overall, he's a more well-rounded unit. But I like getting in there and just hitting hard. Like, I like that. Taunt inflicted, so 40% damage inflicted when this character enters the battlefield. If you take a hit, it goes away. I mean, think about it on top of a main ability. So say you got 10%, right? You swap in this Buddha in the middle of 2 strike attacks. You got 3 more strike attacks in your hand. He's a strike unit. You're continuing that strike attack. You click that main. You go back up to like 60% health. You are now insanely powerful on the strike end. To the point where you're going to be dealing 10, 15% to blue units that are very tanky. With just like 3 or 4 strike cards. Very, very, very good unit. Definitely my second favorite, for sure. Third, it's kind of a tie. I can't really pick between Trunks and Tapion. Now, for character-wise, if I just pick characters, Tapion's my favorite. Not even a question. He's the most boring character ever in a Dragon Ball movie, but I love Wrath of the Dragon so much that I love him. So it doesn't even matter. It's definitely biased on that one. That's why I can't really pick too much. But if I gotta give you a truthful one, I do think Tapion is a better unit than Trunks. But I think Trunks is a fantastic... Okay, so he's a better damage output unit, obviously. But I think he's more beneficial to teams than Trunks is. Trunks is a very good support unit for the things that he fits on. Being on movies is very helpful, but it doesn't make him instantly good. Tapion being on movies, it makes him instantly good. And the reason he's instantly good is his green card. So reduces enemy ki by 20. Already off, that's already good. It could be just that, and it's already good. Seals enemy special moves and special arts. So getting rid of 2 of the cards potentially in their hand, or even 1. Odds are somebody has a green card or a blue card that they're going to pop. It's amazing as against Goku, Nameku, whatever. Too bad he has blue and Tapion's red, whatever else. He can't do that much damage. But the sealed arts can't be used for 5 counts, and that's enough time to get a combo moving and swap the hell out. Like, you look at that yellow Gohan. The problem is, Tapion being red, I feel like he was kind of put as a counter to that Gohan, but that Gohan's not staying in with you anyways. The problem is that Gohan likes to lock units in. It's not so much him staying in against Tapion. You want to like keep him doing. He ain't gonna lock Tapion in with him. He can't handle him. Like, it's not gonna happen. Gohan's good. He ain't that good. He's that good, but you know what I mean. The colors just don't really work in Tapion's favor. I feel like if he had been probably purple, I think he would have been significantly better. But then he takes Bojack's place. So I get why he's red, because he fits nicely on movies. There's not very many red units that are like top tier. I get it. You're not running Metal Cooler. You're not running Broly Fury. You know what I mean? You might be running them. They're decent. Don't get me wrong. But you're not running at the moment. So that's my opinion right there. Tapion does go third. I'm going to put him third. Yeah. And then Trunks is my least favorite, but I still like him. Like, he's still really good. 188,000 blast attack on an extreme unit. That's good enough. You're clearing that 200k gap with your 20% equipment. That is more than fine. Good key restore, good critical. It's Trunks, for whatever reason, Trunks with a sword. He has a sword, I guess that's why he's good critical. I don't know. I guess if I had like some kind of blade or a knife, I got pretty good critical on people too, so it makes sense, I guess. He's not too heavily used for this, but he's a very good support unit in the sense that he does get 15% damage inflicted by allies for 20 counts, strike damage. He's very, very good at supporting his allies, as long as he's on a movie team. Hybrid's not as much, but even, so I did his 700% showcase last night. And even on a hybrid team, pure hybrids, with just Gohan, and him, he was great. Like, I didn't even notice restoring your allies' health, buffing their damage. He's relatively tanky. He's not amazing in that department, but he's relatively tanky because he's an extreme unit. I don't think you guys realize how much the 20% equipment changed the game for extremes. Like, if they didn't have that, you wouldn't be seeing Whis on a God Key team. I really don't think you would be. There's good Awakened equipment. If they had good enough Awakened, you would be. But for, like, 3 months before, like, Awakens came out, so you wouldn't even be seeing that kind of thing. Like, it wasn't, like, a thing. Extremes were just kind of like, yeah, they're cool, you know, fine. But that 20% equipment changed everything. Like, it changed everything for extremes. So the ability is alright. Standard. I mean, not too bad. Strike attack's fine. Selfless Affection, obviously working with Tapion or Sagas from the movies unit. That's kind of what they want you to do, is work with Tapion because he is a green unit. He's a fantastic unit, but he is my 4th favorite unit. Like I said, if I got to give it, it's going to go Bardock. Super Boot, easy. Those two, no question in my mind. Bardock's actually, like, from the last, like, 3 banners, he's, like, my favorite unit. And I know that's crazy. There's just something about I love defensive units that when they need to hit hard, they can hit hard. I just love it. And again, it's Bardock, so it's fine. Like, if he wasn't yellow, I wouldn't like him. If he was blue or something like that, I wouldn't like him. It wouldn't mesh as well. It'd be better than like being red or being purple or something like that. But yellow, he just meshes so well for me in the meta. Either way, I'm gonna get out of here. It's just kind of weird, but I just want to talk about the units. That was it. That's my personal ranking. None of this says anything about how good they are. I would say if you really got to rank them, I think Tapion and Bardock are very even on how usable they are. You're not going to get much more out of them. I just like using the style of character Bardock is more. But you can definitely put them in the same spot. It's not going to change too much. And then I think Boo, they're two very different units, defensive and support. I mean, obviously support-wise, you're picking Trunks. But on a region team, you have enough support. You know, like Buhan being as good as he is, even Kid Buu, you could rock Kid Buu, and Buhan. Or Kid Buu, Super Buu, and Buhan. You could do that pretty easy. I used Super Buu in my showcase just so we could have 3 Boos, 3 Super Boos. But you could definitely rock that. I would say, almost unequivocally, he is probably better. Just because damage in this game is so important. Not so much support, because of how units are nowadays. Trunks doesn't really need to support many movie units with how much stacking there is on that team as it is. Boo needs to be a heavy-hitting unit because units just kind of need that on like a region team. Like Buhan's a little more techie. He can obviously hit like a truck if you're like 6 stars or old 6 stars. But I'm getting to the point where I'm rambling now. I'm going to drop it right there. Tapion, Bardock, same spot. I like Bardock way more. Super Buu, then Trunks. That's how it would go in my opinion. You're getting the units, you're good to go. You're set. Don't stress too hard about summoning on this banner. They are not key to the meta. They're very good, but they're not key to the meta. They're not the same as Bojack and Gohan. Bojack and Gohan were very much key to the meta. Like, Rose, I thought Rose was going to be too. I don't really see that many Roses now. Honestly, I see a lot of LF Vegetas, but I don't see that many Roses. An okay amount. I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get out of here. You have yourself a great day. Again, if these videos today were not your cup of tea, I get it. I'm not top tier discussions. It happens. But we'll be getting back to normal content tomorrow. Trying out all these units on different teams. I want to try Bardock with Tora and Fasha. I want to try Tapion on a couple different movie teams. I want to go back to Boo and Trunks. And I do want to try Trunks and Tapion. I was hoping to pull into Tapion. I definitely didn't spend 1,000 off screen. Don't worry about it. I'm just moving my hands. But I'm going to get out of here. You have yourself a great day. I'll catch you around. Thanks for watching my stuff. I appreciate you. And deuces.